The first couple of vlogs are gonna be a little awkward, like you've never done it before. So, hi guys, welcome back. Well, not back to the vlog, because this is my first vlog. So welcome to the vlog. I hope you like my little office setup. It's not really done yet. I was gonna do an office tour. I even filmed like me shopping for the office, but it's not done yet. So I'm not gonna show it until my rug comes in and I get a mirror for over there and all my cute little knickknacks for up top right here are in. But for now, I think this is super cute. So I'm just gonna get straight to the point. I wanted to make this first video for all of those people out there who want to start a vlog but are scared to do so, or you don't know where to start, or what camera equipment to use. And I know you're like, why would I listen to you? Because this is your first video. That's true, but I do know a little something about gear because I work as a photographer in the beautiful state of Georgia. And I want to give you kind of a different perspective on vlogging if you're afraid to carry your camera around in public like this and you're afraid of what people are going to think about you. Just hear me out for a minute. First of all, I want to say that your story, whatever it is, whatever you want to vlog about, it's important. Whatever you want to share with the world is important, and you should do that. You never know who you're going to connect with, who you're going to teach your skills to, who's going to just enjoy coming home from work, relaxing and watching your vlogs and having an escape from this crazy world. You don't know unless you just give it a shot. So I want to encourage you, no matter if you think you don't have an interesting enough life to vlog, that's not true by the way, is you don't have to be Casey Neistat living in New York City to share your story. That's ridiculous. I don't. I live in the middle of Georgia. Trust me, it's not that great, but my family life is interesting. I'm a photographer. I can teach people things. And it's cool to have those photographs to look back on, and it kind of takes you back into that moment in time. But with video, the reason I love video so much is you can actually relive that moment. So when you're old and gray, and probably not vlogging anymore, you can look back on all of these videos of your life and relive them. Who doesn't want that? At the very least, if you even, it doesn't matter if you ever make 1 million subscribers or 2 million or 3 million or whatever, your life is going to be shared with the world, and at the very least, you can relive those moments with your family and share with your kids and your grandkids. Like, that is pretty cool. And I want that for my daughter and my family. So if you are thinking about sharing your passion with the world, please just do it. Let's get into some gear questions. Now, right now I'm filming on my photography camera, which you 100% do not need to have a vlog. And honestly, I'm not going to be carrying this camera around vlogging. That would be absolutely ridiculous because A, I use it for work and I don't want to use my work camera to vlog and have something go terribly wrong. And B, it's so heavy and I just wouldn't want that for myself. I don't have a 16 to 35 lens, I only have a 35mm lens, which is not okay for vlogging because that means when I held the camera, I'd be right here. This is what you would see. And I don't think you want to be that close to my face. Now, a camera that I do recommend getting, if you can afford it, if not, fine, doesn't matter, is the G7X Mark II. This is what it looks like. And it has a flip-up screen, just like that. So when you're vlogging, you can actually see yourself. You can see what's in the frame and what you're actually doing. And then it zooms in and out, just like that. This is the camera that I'm filming on, by the way. But yeah, I love it because I can actually see what's in frame and I don't have to guess later, because if it was like this and I held it out, I would just be guessing if I was in frame or not, or what the picture would look like, unless I was filming something else. highly recommend this camera. It's a very popular YouTube vlogger camera. It's very light. You can stick it in your pocket. It's so small. So you really have no excuse not to bring it everywhere you go. And the quality is really awesome. It even has manual mode. So you can have a little bit more control over what your video looks like. There's obviously other options for cameras, but if you want, I will link some of my recommendations down below. Like I said, I'm a photographer. I know a lot about gear. I'd be happy to share my knowledge with you. I can show you the more expensive options all the way down to something like this. Now, one piece of gear everybody has, is your phone, okay? Everybody has an iPhone nowadays, or an Android, whatever. I'm team Apple. But cell phones shoot 4K, 24 frames per second, 60 frames per second. It's crazy. You have no excuse not to vlog because you have a vlogging camera right here. The quality is amazing. Most people cannot tell the difference between this and this. The only reason that I have a vlogging camera and I don't use my phone is because my daughter is always on my phone. But if you are going to use your phone, please do me a favor and use the back camera, not the front. The reason I say that is because the back camera is much better than the front camera, the front-facing camera. But I want to ask you a quick question, okay? What on earth is the difference between using this and using this? Can you tell me? There's no difference. The only thing that changes is the camera you're using, but the content is the exact same. It's no different than taking a video and sharing it on your Instagram stories. The only difference, you're taking a video, uploading it, editing it, and putting it on YouTube, but it's essentially the same thing. You're sharing your content with the world, but it might be a little bit better quality, a little more thought might go into what videos that you put on YouTube. But there's no difference. So if you look at it like that, you share stories on Instagram every single day, just share them on YouTube and grow your channel. And it's as simple as that. I want you to take it from somebody who waited so long to start a YouTube channel because I was so afraid, like, what if people who don't like me see this? Or what if they don't think my content's good? Or what if nobody cares what I'm putting out? But then I realized it was a lot like photography, right? I wanted to be a photographer so bad. And I looked at all of these photographers that I looked up to, and I would constantly scroll Instagram looking at their photos every single day. Like, I didn't know how to achieve that look. But eventually, after many failures, I eventually got to the point where I was booking clients all the time. And my look was exactly what I wanted. But it took time. It's going to take time. Your first few videos are going to be a little awkward, okay? This one, I'm probably going to look back at it and it's probably going to be a little awkward for me to watch. But I really don't care because I'm not doing this for everybody else. I'm doing it for myself, and I want to share my story with the world. And I want my daughter to have these memories to look back on. You just have to really get out of your own head and stop caring about what other people think of you. Because when you're 90 years old and sitting in your rocking chair looking back on your life, you're going to be like, man, I wonder what would have happened if I started that YouTube channel. Would it have turned into something? I don't know. Could I have helped someone with the skills that I have? I don't know. Don't live your life with regrets. Just don't do it. But be prepared to fail a lot. I don't know much about film. I know a lot about photography. Don't know a lot about film, but I'm really excited to learn. Like I said, I wanted to keep it short and sweet. If this message helped you at all, or if it gave you a little bit of confidence to start your YouTube channel, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next vlog.